Welcome back to Take a Side. It's been an exciting NBA season so far with some great performances by some of the NBA's best players. 2020 Finals MVP and Lakers star LeBron James is having another MVP caliber campaign, while Golden State Warriors star Steph Curry is having a career year leading a Klay Thompson-less Warriors squad. But which player would you rather have on your team, Steph Curry or LeBron James? I'm joined by Mya Peterson and Max McElroy to debate.
Thank you, Jacob. All right, Max, this is a tough topic that we have to get into. We already started our text battle on who's better, Steph or LeBron, but it's really a toss up this year. What are
Yeah,
you
I think this
thinking?
is, you're talking about guys who have won, multiple championships, multiple league MVPs, and both of them are still, I think, playing basically, I don't know, I think they've separated themselves from most people in the NBA. But I think for right now, who I would take, I'd go Steph Curry. And I think the reason for that is you see LeBron James and get Anthony Davis. And, everyone talks about the Warriors they always had the best teams, but now it is Steph Curry. And I think if Andrew Wiggins, I think, is your second best scorer, I think that's more of a testament to how good Steph Curry is playing. I think that based off of what he's done this year, he's averaging like 40 or 31 points a game. Really just putting the team on his back. And not only that, he has to be a leader. That's all young guys on their team, Kelly Oubre, Andrew Wiggins, and then James Wiseman, the development of him. It's a super young squad that he has basically been asked to be in the leadership role this year. And I think that team is relevant this year because of Steph Curry.
Wow, see, when I was looking at how I was going to attack this argument of Steph versus LeBron, I felt as if Steph isn't as much as a leader that LeBron is. LeBron at 32 is putting up pretty much the exact same points that he is today at 36. I went back and I looked at his 2016-2017 season. He was averaging 50% from the field goal range. Take it back all the way back to today, he's still averaging 50% of the field goal range. But the difference between him and Steph is LeBron has been able to develop any team that he's been around. He's gone to the finals except for 1 year, and that was because he was in that developing stage. All at the same time, he's been able to take KCP, Kuzma, Caruso, even at that. And then when he didn't have a team, he only had J.R. Smith. He didn't win a championship, but he was able to take that team and say, this is how we're going to win, unless I give JR the ball and he thinks it's 4 seconds on the clock when it's not. He knows how to develop a young team. He knows how to take vets and put them into the star role. He knows how to do it all.
Yeah, no, hard to disagree with anything you said. One thing that I would make me say Steph more confidently is that LeBron James has Anthony Davis, who I think is a top. I think you could argue top 8 player in the NBA, top 10, top 5,
Okay, yeah.
somewhere around there. And I think the first game that Anthony Davis missed of his 2.5 week, I think he had an ankle sprain. The Lakers lost to the 30th best team in the NBA, the Detroit Pistons. And it's like, oh, that's why I would say that Anthony Davis is the most important player on the Lakers. Well, maybe not being the best. Where Steph Curry, this was a Warriors team last year that I think won 18 games, maybe even less than that. This team was bad last year. And really they only added Kelly Oubre to that squad. You have I just think that with what Steph Curry has been able to do with the amount of resources he has, it's impressive that the team's even above 500.
Yes, but Steph is doing it all by himself, even with his players that are on his team. Steph, like you said, is averaging 30 plus points every single game, while LeBron is only sitting at 22, 128 game in the last 6 games. But he knows how to say, okay, well, yes, I'm 36 and I can do it all by myself if I choose to, but I still need a supporting cast. And he has AD, but if you take AD out, he still has been able to say, Kuzma, you weren't that good before I got here. And then here I come, and I'm going to release the star players on the Lakers, not because I can't help develop you all, but because if I try, it's still not going to end up good because you don't want to be a leader. So he has to release Lonzo and all these things. And even saying like AD is in the top 8 of the NBA players, if we were to ask you, where does AD sit? Before he went to the Lakers, what would your answer be? Would he still be in the top 8? Or would you be like, probably top 20, top 15? But then he gets LeBron, and it's like, wow, AD, this man is amazing. He's a freak of an athlete. But without LeBron attached to his name, he falls down to the top 20. And if we're looking at it seriously, AD by himself, even with, Julius Randle, he didn't have a real playoff team in New Orleans because he didn't know how to be a leader. He could have been really a Steph as a big man. Comes to Lakers, and it's like, all right, LeBron is a leader. He knows how to teach me how to do this, and that. He's a vet, but he's really not a vet. LeBron adds value to any player, any team. And that's why I think he's better than Steph.
Yeah, I mean, considering LeBron's doing what he's doing at the age of 36 in his 18th year of the league, it's just ridiculous at this point.
Insane.
No question off of, his greatness or anything like that. I just think right now you're at a point where who are you trusting to be able to carry a franchise? And I just don't know if LeBron can do that anymore. No fault to him. I mean, it's not, he's 36. I mean, he's just going against time right now. But yeah, I just think Steph Curry is just the guy that can carry your franchise for the next few years.
Wow. So would you say, I'm going to take this one step further, if with Stephen Curry being with the Warriors practically his whole entire career, does that make it easier for him to carry that franchise? If Steph was to go to a different team, would he be able to do that versus LeBron being able to go from Miami to Cleveland, now to the Lakers? Is it easier to say Steph is able to carry a franchise because of his longevity with that franchise, or is it truly because of his leadership skills?
That is a great question. I think that's a really good question. I mean, I think, yeah, he's definitely comfortable with where he's at. I mean, he's basically had the same coaching staff, a lot of similar guys, obviously changes here and there. But I think with the way Golden State has gone basically up and down, I think you see how Steph Curry can still rise to the occasion and raise his teammates up. So I feel like he would be good in any other franchise just because of how up and down it's been. When LeBron everywhere he's been has basically been a good team, where he's basically had to build it, and then that team's built, and then they've gone back down and they've kind of built again. So I think that he would totally be comfortable in any other situation in the NBA.
Anthony Davis expected to be out the next 2 to 3 weeks. And then obviously Klay Thompson out for the season. We'll get the chance to see these stars without their co-stars. So be sure to get over to sided.co and pick which side that you agree with, which star you'd rather have on your team. And we're going to take it to commercial, and we'll be right back.